Welcome back to the Shipyard. We are continuing to get the cheese, the Xindi cheese, to Sickbay. This is part 2 of the Xindi faction repair. Go check out part 1 to pick up what we started with. Dolam. Dolam is a captain, and we get 2 different versions of Dolam, which can be useful. The first version of Dolam can basically use other slots as weapons. Discounts all the weapons by 1. 5 off max. I don't mind that. Basically, he pays for himself. You get a skill 8 captain. The downside is you're never going to run 5 weapons. Trust me, I've tried. Even if you want to run, let's say, double Ferengi photon torpedoes, a secondary torpedo launcher, dorsal phaser array, okay, that's 4. That's 4 weapons. Okay, we're at to a decent spot, but still not doing great. I don't know that I'd change anything about Dolam, because he is skill 8, so I'm just kind of flummoxed what to do with that version of Dolam. The other version of Dolam, though, this is the one that needs to be fixed. Yeah, I like being able to discard a crew on a target ship. But why in the world do I need to go down to captain skill of 1? I already have no active shields for the rest of the round. And now I'm going to shoot last, period. I'm a sitting duck. All for 1 discarded crew. Just, Xindi do not have ships that are maneuverable enough to pull this off. Dolam might work on like a Maquis Raider, something that's moving a whole lot, where you can actually get in behind the enemy and not be in their firing arc and then pull this off. But Xindi just don't have those tricks. It's not working. So I guess the biggest thing I have for this is let's get rid of that captain skill decline. The rest I can live with. Again, I don't love it, but I can live with it. And then the Xindi need some movement stuff built. I'll talk about that at the end. All right, the Pulsefiring particle cannon. First off, should not be disabled. It's a 3 attack die, only fire from the forward arc. I know you get to make 2 attacks with it, but it's with half the dice rounded down. That's 1 die. It's just not worth it. So if you're gonna let me do that, just let me make the attack. Also, it should not cost 4 points. So, my changes. Just attack. You may fire this weapon from your forward firing arc. Once per round. If this attack hits, you may immediately make an additional attack with this weapon against the same target with 1 less attack die. Period. And I wouldn't even say once per round. I would let that keep going. Let me make the 3 attack die. Let me make the 2 attack die roll. Let me make the 1 attack die roll if I can. I would say that you cannot increase the dice on this. Yeah. Other than that, I think I'm fine. All right, rotating emitters. 4 dice, range 1 only. It is 360, but it can only go on the Xindi weapon. Range 1 off of a large base ship, it's actually pretty good. Still, it's a disable. That hurts me. If you're gonna keep it, a disable, 3 points. 3 points. Yeah. All right, Dagger. Hey, another Xindi weapon discounter. I'm okay with that. And then you can discard to get a target lock. Again, I'm okay with that. But let's discount Dagger. Dagger should be 3 points. The discounts are nice, but they're specific to Xindi weapons. And getting a target lock one time in the game is not that good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good, but it's not that good. Same thing goes with Dameron. Spending a target lock to discard a crew is a cool effect. Again, don't get me wrong. It's a cool effect, but it's so situational that I just don't. I don't want to pay 4 points for Dameron. I'd pay 2 points. Pay 2, and I think that could work. I'd pay 2 for Dameron. All right, the Pulsefiring particle cannon. There we go. That's a mouthful. Oh, this is... yeah. I feel like... Right. Oh, this is the version I actually wanted. This is 3 dice. Yeah. Yeah, and -1 attack die. Yeah, there you go. And you get 1 less defense die. There we go. I actually kind of like that version. I still think it needs to be cheaper. I knew I was getting that -1 attack die from somewhere. You can tell I do so much research before this. Anyways, yeah, but this version I like a whole lot more. It is limited, but I think that does prevent abuse. Yeah, I'm okay with this one. And I really do like that the target ship gets that 1 less defense die. So, that is helping. All right, Xindi Council. All right, mission tokens when you take damage, each damage, and then getting rerolls. Again, I'm okay with it, but it's 2 points, not 4. I get that they made it cost 1 point per mission token you're getting, but a reroll is not a 1 point effect. It's like a half a point. So, yeah. All right, Rajan. I think it's Rajan. Action, discard for 2-time tokens. Choosing 2 upgrades to do this too. Perhaps. Or, if you're only going to get to choose 1 upgrade, then Rajan should not be a discard. It should be action, target a ship at range 1 to 3, choose an upgrade, place 2-time tokens. Done. I think that's okay. Is that annoying? Oh, yeah. But opportunity cost, right? You're spending your action. You're buying the card. You're spending 4 points. And I think that could actually be a very interesting effect. I would add in, you have to pick a card that does not have time tokens on it. So you can't just stack a card to oblivion. Yeah, I'd go that way. Trillium D. This is a somewhat decent card. Get 2 mission tokens, cancel hits. It's okay. But essentially, would I spend 4 points to get 2 of 8s? And my answer to that is no. The most I'd spend is 3 points. And even that feels like I'm pushing it. And I'd much rather spend 2 points. So I'm going to go with, I want Trillium D to cost 2. I understand 3, but again, I prefer 2. All right, the Insectoid Counselor. This is this is okay, except for I don't want to inflict the damage to my hull or my shields. How about... Okay, I understand needing to have some kind of a drawback to this. How about disable one shield? But that should be part of the action. It should be action, disable a shield, and then each time your ship attacks this round, during the modified defense dice step, you may convert one of your opponent's evade results into a blank result. Furthermore, I would add that die cannot be modified, so it locks it in place. Yeah, I think that works. To me, that would... It's not a great ability, but it's at least an interesting one. Okay, Insectoid Commander. Yeah, I just... I don't love this. I think this needs a lot of help. How about if you have a evade or battle station token beside your ship, you may roll +1 attack die for that attack. Period. Just done. Because removing tokens is not an effective use of those tokens. I understand if Insectoid Commander was like skill 2 and then you don't get shot, then removing an evade is actually useful. But skill 6 is so middling, you don't know if you're... It's too middle road. So you don't know what's going to happen. And I don't know that I'm willing to trade a guarantee life for a 50-50 hit. You know? Sensor encoders. Hey, we're finally down to 3 cost cards. If your ship is destroyed, everybody gets +1 defense die for the next time they defend. Yay. I would have said they get an evade token beside their ship. At least, right? Let's give them a guarantee. Not just a 3 out of 8 chance. I also would have made this card cost 1, not 3. Yeah, I think that works. The photon torpedoes are fine. I do think they need to cost 2 rather than 3. Because they're not great. They do get that bonus attack down a reptilian, which is their best place. But yeah, the insectoid raiding party. Again, this is just an even trade, and I'm not in love with it. But it does go after any upgrade, which is nice. I mean, 5 or less, but most of them are. It's just that limitation. I wouldn't have put the 5 point or less. I would let it go after anything. So that's the only thing that I would change. Again, same thing with the torpedoes. Just make them cost 2. Sensor encoders. You may discard this card. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just so limited. It's mission good, but again, I think 2 points. 2 points, and the first ability, when defending, reroll one of your defense dice. That just needs to be a time token, 1 time token, so that you can only do it once per round. Just 1 time token. The problem is you're more likely to have this card under time token or disable, as written, when a friendly ship is destroyed than you are to not, and then you wouldn't get to use the actual good ability. And that is so disappointing. All right, the thermal chamber. I like the flexibility. I like that it's replenishing crew. It's very thematic. I hate that it's now capped by rule of three with the captain skill boost. I don't like that it can only go on the reptilian ships. And I wish that it worked on more than just crew. I mean, thematically, I get it. I get it. But what we need is a crew that can absorb disable tokens from tech. And it's just not out there. At least not that I can think of. So yeah, I feel like this is a nice idea, but it's not fully developed. And without it being fully developed, it's just a big swing and a miss, and it's been hurt. It's been an unintentional casualty of a blanket rule. With that, all that in mind, I'd make it cost 2, or yeah, 2, because it is reusable, and maybe it sees some play. Xindi torpedoes for the third time, make it cost 2. All right, Kayafet Amansur. An admiral. A small faction gets an admiral. Yay. I actually like Kayafet Amansur. I would not change this card. It's +1 defense die. Works very nice on the weapon. Works very nice on a cloaked ship. The captain version works better. Getting to reroll one of your blank results, or if your ship's hull value is greater than the attacking ship's, rerolling all of your blank results, again, works very nice on the weapon with that 8 hull value. Not many things have more hull. All right, Colo. Colo was a beast, and now is okay. Basically, you get to absorb 1 attack in a round, and Colo works. I don't think that there's anything that needs to be changed about Colo. People now aren't running Colo like mad, and that's okay. Sorry, this is the captain version of the Admiral Kayafet Amansur. It works. It works. Captain Dagger. I actually really like the passive nature of this. Is I think people could actually see play. He could be played because people are attacking with secondary weapons. He would actually make a nice captain on the Sao Paulo. Worf's just better. But, when you're attacking a whole bunch with secondary weapons, who doesn't love a passive extra attack die? My only problem with Dagger could be a 2-point captain, but the ability does warrant him being 3. So, I wish he had a talent slot. He was the lead designer of a weapon, a very advanced weapon. He may not be the best ship captain, but he certainly has the potential to have a talent. All right. Hey, look, a Xindi torpedo that costs 2. Yay, but it can only go from the forward firing arc. Boo. Do something. Give me a passive conversion there. That's how I'd fix that card. Anyway, going out of order, hatchery. Getting a Xindi crew face down would be great if Xindi had more good crew options. I, yeah, Xindi need a faction box, or at least half of a faction box, and I think hatchery would just get better, right? Because hatchery is so limited. When you have a very small pool, it's not a good card. If that pool gets even a little bigger, it's a much better card. All right, Escape Pod. This is a fun card. I like that you discard a card, but you save it, and when your ship goes boom, you get to put it on another ship. I've done some fun stuff with Escape Pod Tasha Yar, the mirror Tasha Yar, and there's definitely play with Escape Pod. I have nothing bad to say. It's a 1 point card, and I have nothing I'd like to do to fix that. So that's my hey, this works. Aquatic Counselor. Again, I like the effect. Converting a battle station into an evade every time you defend. It's a nice ability. It's a really nice ability. I'd like that on a better skill captain. But on a 1 point captain, sure, go ahead. And then the particle beam weapon, it's a 0 cost here because it's not being put on a ship with a primary weapon. So it's going to cost whatever your primary weapon value is. You do get to attack with one more than that. So, on the weapon that has a 6, you're paying 6 for a 7 attack die. But you're not getting any extra arc. And that's the only thing that hurts this. I would have liked to have seen either a little bit of a conversion or a little bit of bonus arc. And I think that when you're paying a lot of points, that is reasonable to ask for. Yeah. All right. So as a whole, what are the Xindi missing? Well, they're just missing more stuff. We could easily have a faction pack with one extra model of the 3 ships. And then you throw in Columbia, the NX-02. And there's your faction pack. It's a Xindi War pack. You do that, and you see upgrades like, well, a Xindi movement card. Something that lets them do either a sensor echo, a 1 turn, stuff like that would give some of these Xindi ships better movement. The aquatics, we know they could carry Enterprise inside of their cargo bay. And Enterprise was a small ship, but it wasn't a tiny ship. So that would be cool to have some kind of a docking ability. I think that sort of thing could bring a lot. I'd like to see the sphere builders be an aspect of play with the Xindi. I don't think that they're everything. I know they weren't Xindi themselves, but they played a role. And there are certainly characters from the Xindi arc that we don't have. Members of the council, some of the members that played roles in the events of Enterprise, and I'm being cagey because I know some people who watch my videos, have not actually finished season 3 of Enterprise. Jeff, you need to watch it. I do that, but yeah, I enjoy the Xindi, and I think that they make for great play in missions, in era games. I think they just need a little bit more love. Like we saw the Andorians get some extra play, like we've seen the Vulcans get some extra play. And if the Xindi were to get that kind of treatment, we would have a whole lot more to enjoy. So that is my hope for what the Xindi can be. They are by no means bad, but they could be even better. All right. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, we will see you around the shipyard. Take care, guys.